Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees. It is December 24th right now, almost the evening, and tomorrow is Christmas. I'm going to be making videos and enjoying making those videos here. I made a video yesterday that I posted, and on the video, Jerry had a lot of great comments with his set it and forget it philosophy. And I wanted to talk a little about that, and I wanted to show you how I made space for a new tree in my yard. So I hope everyone's doing well out there. It is a wonderful time right now. Black sapote is in season, and star apple. Some varieties are in season, but some more are coming, and it's great. The weather's been nice here, and it's been raining more than usual here. In one of the previous videos I did, we showed you the mango bloom that's happening everywhere, so that's exciting. I got bloom on my white sapote trees. That's exciting also, and everything's looking wonderful here. But the set it and forget it philosophy that was on the video that Jerry had, you know, oftentimes I meet people that do not have a lot of experience, and they say, or they already have planted a tree from a seed. And if you don't know what you're doing, unless you have a lot of space, you're taking a big chance when you plant something from a seed, because you don't know what you're going to get. Why not get a grafted tree and plant something from a grafted tree? Same thing with this set it and forget it philosophy. Why forget about it? If you've worked very hard to plant something and you want to get fruit from it, you want the tree to be productive, I mean, why did you plant the tree to begin with? The set it and forget it philosophy is something that seems appealing because you won't have to do any work. But what I've learned in life, the more work you put into something, the more you get out of it. And I'm not wanting to spray my trees. I'm probably not going to spray them this year. I don't want to trim my trees, but I want to be wise. And I want my investment to be as productive as possible. But again, on the video I said, if Jerry's idea, his goal was different than mine, his goal was different than mine. But today's video, I want to show you what I've done here. Because I often talk about adding new trees to my yard, or asking for spots about where I should add new trees. And a couple of you asked, I always say I don't have room for trees. Where am I going to put trees? Well, a couple of months ago, I decided I was going to make room for a tree. And I decided I was going to take out a tree to make more room. The tree I was going to take out was Little Gem, my Little Gem mango. I'm going to show you a clip here of when I did that and my philosophy of that, and then we'll see the aftermath of that. I do want to say Little Gem is a late season variety. It's a very productive late season variety. But from my experience, when it was good, it was good. But only like 1 every 5 were good. The rest were just bland. And for what I have the opportunity to grow here, I didn't want to just settle for that. So here's a clip now of me planning on where I'm going to put this, make room for a new tree, and then I'll show you the aftermath. All right, everybody, thank you for your feedback from a video I made recently about my situation where I could fit another tree in my yard. I am going to go ahead and put the sunrise in. I got the sunrise, I got the tree. I'm going to put it in the ground here, and I'm going to end up taking out this Little Gem and selling it. And this banana, once it's done, it's coming out. And I'm going to leave the orange essence here. And what this allows me to do is put another tree against the fence there without having them too close. Here's my Little Gem tree. I'm going to be selling that tree. And I'm putting my sunrise over here. It's been raining a lot lately, so now's a good time. And I got the measurement out, and 16 feet over here is my orange essence. I have a sunrise here, but instead of taking the orange essence out and moving it over there, I decided I'm going to put another sunrise in the ground, and we'll see how this orange essence does in the future. And by putting this here, That'll let me put another tree against the fence there. And here we go. I measured 16 feet from there to there. And 16 feet is good enough. The door will swing open. It will become an issue in the future, but I don't plan on opening those doors often. And if I ever do in the future, I'll just have to cut the tree on that side and back a little. Not a problem. But that gives me from here to the wall another good amount of room, space, once that's going for another tree over there. So it's important to measure though. I see a lot of people planting without measuring, but there's my measuring tape. All right, everybody, it's done. That's a big 15-gallon sunrise in the ground. And one more to put over there. Another variety, I'm not sure yet what that'll be. That'll grow nice there. Eventually this one's gonna go. It's done. All right, everybody, so here's my, now here we are a couple of months later. This is my orange essence tree cut back from my sunrise, and it's growing nice. And I took some of that orange essence budwood and I put it here on my tree that's now going to be a caramel tree, but I put most of it back there as you saw the other day. But here's the result of what I did. Originally, that little gem was there in the corner where that pot is right now. And what I decided was I put this sunrise here. So if this tree needs more room and that sunrise has to go, I have a sunrise here. And this sunrise will have a lot of room to grow. But what this did by putting this here is it allowed me to free up space to put another mango tree there. And over there I put a honeykiss. So I can get a honeykiss there, and I was even able to put a dwarf coconut tree in the corner there. All that because I moved the tree back from this area here. So that's what it allowed me to do. So there's the update on this area. Just always experimenting and seeing what will work and what won't work. All right, everybody, so that was a couple of months ago, and here's my progress. There's the sunrise. It's growing wonderful. And I initially had a honeykiss here, a 1-gallon honeykiss, but I had this emerald tree in a 25-gallon pot that I wanted to get in the ground. And emerald in itself is a dwarf variety, and I have one in my yard that I top worked. I top worked a cherry tree with a honeykiss, and with an emerald. It was so good, I decided I was going to put this emerald there. So I put this emerald tree there. It's growing great, and I'm really excited about that. And again, what this did was not only, that's where the emerald tree was, the little gem tree was. By taking that out, I was able to get this sunrise tree here. I was able to get an emerald there, but I was also able to put a dwarf coconut tree there. That'll grow nice. I have a papaya tree exactly where that tree was, the other one, the little gem. And then I was able to put in another papaya tree here. So by taking out one tree, I was able to put 1, 2, 3, and 4 in. So that's the idea of just rethinking things and moving things along. Now I'm going to see how that coconut grows there, but I'm thinking my gummy worm fruit tree, that might be a possible decent spot for that. So I wanted to give you an update here. Everything's looking nice. As I said, we did have rain, but I'm getting some growth here on my sunrise. Now I have my other sunrise there, as you saw from the previous video, and my orange essence. Now if I decide to get rid of that sunrise, I have this sunrise that I just put in. I'm not getting rid of sunrise with my favorite variety, but as you can see what I did here, talking about our idea of high density gardening, they're about 10 feet apart, but the orange essence is there and the sunrise is there, and I think I'm going to keep them that way. So I'm excited about that. And my grafts that I put on this tree, I was originally going to make this an orange essence, but I put some caramel grafts on here. They weren't as successful as I was hoping they would be. This one took here. That's an orange essence here. But a lot of them failed. This one failed. This one is still green, so I could look forward to that. But not all of them failed. This one's an orange essence. And if you come around here, I have 2 orange essence here. So the tree's looking pretty good. And then if you come on the front here, I have a caramel shell that took here. And another 2 caramel shells up there. So that's exciting, and that's some new trees. Now, looking for new spots, this became a prime spot here, and I'm most definitely going to put a gummy worm fruit tree here. And I'm super excited to do that. That is where I was dropping my mulch previously, but a gummy worm tree is going to go right there, and it's going to look excellent there. This papaya tree is kind of temporary. While it's here between these 2 mango trees, I have this spot over here. And here I decided to put a banana tree. And I cut back this here, this Malabar chestnut nut. And I got that banana in there. So I'm excited about that. It's a nice banana that I wanted to get. And in still looking for more spaces to plant stuff, just when you think you're out of spaces, more spaces seem to open up. I'm putting another banana back there. And then coming back here, I was able to find a space for a star apple over here. So it's looking real nice here, and a lot of things are starting to bloom and flower, and I love the smell of these mangoes. Got some bananas growing back there. So everything's looking great here in Mango Land, and it's really exciting. And I just wanted to give you all an update. The papayas are still looking great. Oh, let me show you 2 more things I put in. Everything's flowering beautifully here. I got rid of my sugarloaf tree that was here, not my sugarloaf, my sugar apple tree that was here for quite a long time. And I put a banana there. That's a lacatan. I got a papaya here. And over here I have an egg fruit. So normally I don't like egg fruit, but this is a new variety I tasted that I absolutely love. And I'll be doing another video on this variety. Not a lot of people know about it, but it is excellent. And it's nice to have this here. Now it is kind of close to these other trees. And I'm going to have to figure it out. I didn't want to put it there because it's getting close to the drain field over there. So I just decided to put it there. So those are the new trees that are growing on over here. And everything's looking good with my potted trees. And of course, the papayas are looking wonderful. The next thing to come in season here in South Florida is jujubes. Look at this. Loaded. I have another jujube tree that must have 1,000 fruits on it. Loaded. So getting really excited for that. All right, everybody, that is an update here, a holiday update, so to say. The trees are blooming amazingly, and I kind of like this weather. The weather's nice. We're supposed to get a cold front here, and I have big blooms on the trees. Every tree is just about blooming right now. I also got this cool papaya that I haven't tasted before. It's a dwarf papaya, a T.H. Harvey, I think it is, or a T.L. Harvey. Look how dwarf it is, and it's loaded. So I'm excited about that variety. Everything's going great here, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I will have a year-end video coming up here real shortly. Until then, everybody, have a great day and keep growing.